Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's time. Road to Munich is here. It's your boy Versace in the building. These are my predictions for the Champions League round of 16. If you've been fucking with the kid for a little minute, I predicted all of the knockout games for the World Cup and the Euros from last year, and I got every single match right. If you've been fucking with the boy, I made people thousands of dollars with my free predictions. All you gotta do is watch the videos. I'm gonna try to do that for this Champions League, but it's different here now, because it's two matches. It's not just one match. It's a home and an away game for each team, alright? The top team on each match will begin at home, and the fixture will end away at the bottom team's home. This is the beautiful game. Who will bring it home? Who's bringing it home? You hear that? This is El Barça. Even the song says it. These are the champions, the best teams in the world. Enough of yap. Se viene la sexta. Se viene la sexta. Treble season loaded. Let's go. Like this video, subscribe to the channel if you're fucking with your boy. Let's get it. We're gonna start from left to right. In the first match of the left side, we got PSV against Arsenal. PSV just went to war with Juventus in the knockout round to make it through. I don't know how the fuck they beat Juventus and qualified, honestly, but Juventus fell off. Them boys are down bad right now. They don't know what the fuck they got going on. They got a new coach, so you know they don't know what the fuck they're doing. Juventus won in Italy, and then PSV destroyed them in Netherlands. And they went to overtime and won it in overtime. But that's great efforts, man. What the fuck? PSV, who the fuck they got? I only know their striker because he played at Barca when we was down bad. But now they're going to play an Arsenal team. They're second place in the Premier League, the most competitive league in the world. Not the best, though. But these boys are fake demons. I ain't buying the hype. I believe they got Saka out. I don't know if he's going to be back for this match, but he's a great part in the squad. Hopefully they get him back, because, you know, I'm not saying they'll be in super trouble because he's out, but this definitely plays a big role in the squad. Arsenal got a solid squad all the way, man. Like I said, PSV, they got a bunch of young players from the Netherlands. They always been a team that produces all these young players, and then big teams come and snatch them up. So, you know, they've always had talent in their youth squad, in their youth club and shit. So, yeah. But Arsenal isn't a well-rounded team all the way. They almost won the league last year, but like I said, they tend to choke in the last minute. So they choked the league in like the last 5 games, I believe. Then Man City took over. But I'm going to go with a more solid squad here. Arsenal is going to end the fixture at home. I even believe Arsenal can beat them in Netherlands. But that's going to be a hard match. Like I said, PSV just beat Juventus there. But Juventus is a team that don't know what they got going on. They just had a new coach. So, in my opinion, from my prediction, I think Arsenal is not even going to be hard either. I think Arsenal is going to go through, man, and they're going to qualify to the quarterfinals. Let's get it. Who we got next? We got the Madrid Derby. These boys just played in the league, and they tied 1-1. They played at the Bernabeu. Atletico scored first, and then they parked the bus for the next 75 minutes of the match. Yo, them boys are insane, dog. They had one shot all game, and that was the goal, and that was it. Simeone is insane in the head, bro. Real Madrid just went to war with the worst Manchester City squad in the last 15 years. They was talking big shit because Mbappe scored a hat trick against the Manchester City C squad. I'm not buying that. You feel me? What the fuck? Motherfuckers saying Houston Dynamo could have beat that Manchester City team. I could pick up 11 Migos from the Sunday League and they could have beat that Manchester City squad, man. Shit, El Águila del Salvador could have beat that Manchester City squad, man. Come on, bro. Come on, man. You put me in the match against Manchester City and I come out of retirement, I'm having 3 assists and a freaking goal, man. Come on, man. These motherfuckers not serious, bro. But they saying Madrid is Madrid. They saying this is their league, even after the referees giving them 5 Champions Leagues and now they're complaining about refereeing. I don't get it, man. These boys, the Israel of football. But they saying Madrid is Madrid. I doubt it. Bellingham won't be playing the first match because he got a yellow card last match. Because these motherfuckers, Real Madrid players only get cards by arguing with the refs and talking shit to the fans. I hate people like that or players like that. Like, bro, play the fucking match. Like, why? Oh, close your fucking mouth, man. I hate that shit, man. But they do have their defense back. Rudiger is back. Alaba is back. I think Lucas Vázquez is going to be back. So that's good for Madrid, man. They have their defense back. They were playing midfielders and fucking attackers in the midfield. They had fucking Mbappe. I think they said Ancelotti asked Mbappe if he could play center back. And Atletico, they do have a great squad, man. They have the Argentinian gem. Julian Alvarez, he's on a fucking heater right now. He started a little slow because, you know, new team, new players, new squad, new teammates, new style of play. Now he got to play the Simeone style, park the bus and shit. They are in the title race with Madrid and Barcelona. They're all like within distance of each other. It's like a 3-point difference between the first and the third place. And Atletico Madrid is also going to war with Barcelona in the Copa del Rey. That is fucking crazy, bro. Atletico de Madrid are in hell, bro. They got a 2-way fixture with Barcelona in the Copa del Rey, and then they got a 2-way fixture with Real Madrid, dog. Them boys are in hell. They do have a great coach, man. Simeone, he always knows how to play Real Madrid. He's beating them many times. He's lost to them many times. He's tied to them many times. But Madrid do have Ancelotti, one of the greatest coaches, especially in the Champions League. I think in a 2-way series, even though it's starting at the Bernabeu and ending in Atletico Madrid's home stadium, that changes a lot because Atletico Madrid is gonna park the bus in the Bernabeu, and then they gonna do the same shit in their own stadium and just try to play like they always do, is score the goal and then park the whole bus. But man, that shit can only work if you do that shit perfectly. And Real Madrid got the strikers that they got the, you know, the attacking players that they got, man, and that shit is not gonna work all the time. I'm gonna go with Real Madrid here because it's a 2-way series, and they, you know, this is their league, this is their title or whatever. The Real Madrid, los campeones. Shut the fuck up, man. Motherfuckers beat Dortmund in the last year's final. Come on, man, let's be for real. But anyways, I'm gonna go with Madrid because the pressure has seemed to get to Atletico Madrid before when they have played in the Champions League in a 2-way match. I think Atletico Madrid, just if they play that style of football that they always do, man, it's not gonna be enough to beat Madrid, bro. You gotta score on Madrid to beat them, bro. You cannot wait for them to attack you and then you miraculously score a fucking goal. I think Madrid is gonna go through, but I wouldn't be surprised if Atletico Madrid knocks them out on some bullshit. I'm gonna leave that out there. I wouldn't be surprised at all, because Atletico Madrid got a super nice squad. Just the way that they play, you know, I don't agree with it. I don't like it. It's ugly, and it can with a team with a team like Real Madrid, it's not gonna work every time. It worked for them at the Bernabeu last time, and I think they're gonna play the same way that they did. They're gonna try to score on them, then park the bus. So if Madrid scores on them first, then it's gonna get interesting. If Atletico scores first, they're gonna park the bus at the Bernabeu, do the same shit, and then they're gonna park the bus if they take the lead back to their home stadium. But that shit doesn't work. Like, you cannot just sit back and defend, you feel me? Because one of them bitches is gonna go in. So I think Madrid is gonna go through, and they're gonna play Arsenal in the quarterfinals. I'm only doing the round of 16 predictions today. Last time for the last Champions League, I did the whole shit, and the video was like 50 minutes long. That's too much. I'm gonna do another prediction like I did with the World Cup and the Euros last year once the quarterfinals are set. We got PSG against Liverpool. PSG, first place in the Farmers League. They just went to war with some third division French team. They beat them like 10 goals in aggregate. Dembele is playing like prime Romario right now. That boy is on a motherfucking heater. He got like 10, 12 goals in the year already, in 2 months. I'm glad he finally found himself, man. But this is what normally football is. This is how it's supposed to be. Like, players reaching their prime around 27 years old, 26, 27, 28. The Lamine Yamal shit is not normal. You feel me? This motherfucker is 16 years old and is balling out. That shit is not normal. We cannot normalize that. That shit is some shit that happens decades after decades. Like, Pelé was one of them. When he was 16, 17, he was balling out. Then Messi started at 17, Mbappe, then Lamine. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's some not normal shit. It happens once in a generation. So this is what's supposed to happen. Players reach their prime in their 27th year or some shit. But yeah, these motherfuckers do that ass whooping that they gave to Brest. The third team full of doctors and lawyers is not selling me, man. That shit's not selling me. They are on a pretty good run. Luis Enrique seems to finally have gotten his tactics and his team together. He finally figured it out. He didn't start very good at the beginning when he started coaching them. He was doing pretty bad, but I think it's because he was trying to play how PSG wanted him to play, because that's when he had Mbappe, and then he had all these big names, and now he got a different PSG. He's given the chance to different young French players, and that's the Barcelona side of him coming out. Because that's what they do. That's what he used to do at Barca. Give chance to players coming up, and that's what he's doing at PSG now. And they look more composed now. They look like a squad now. PSG used to only buy big players and just throw them on the pitch and fuck it, let them do whatever the fuck they gotta do. But they are playing against the first place in the Premier League, the first place in the Champions League phase. They are playing against the Never Walk Alone boys. Super tough stadium they got. They are playing against Liverpool, man. Liverpool, if they're not the best team in Europe right now, competing with Barca in there, they're up there. They're in the top 3 for sure. Top 2, because there's only 2 teams that are really like that right now, man. And it's Liverpool and Barca. And if they really like that, they could see each other in the final. But hey, man, they got a long way to go right now. We're just getting started, man. They have an insane squad. They're in the most competitive league in the world, not the best league. They got a bunch of troncos in there just running. Them motherfuckers just run. They don't know how to pass the ball. Them motherfuckers just sprint masters in that league. That's why Anthony couldn't make it in that league, because them motherfuckers just running. They got no technique. They just running in that motherfucker. They were first in the Champions League qualification for a reason, man. They got an insane squad. They got insane players. They got a great coach. At the beginning, I was like, oh, they're getting a new coach. I didn't know how they were going to perform. But apparently, I didn't know where the fuck he came from. Where the fuck that coach came from, bro? The Liverpool coach. But hey, man, they got he on a heater, bro. Hey, shit. But they're well rested, like I said, because they didn't have to go to war to qualify. They don't got no injuries, I don't think. Salah, this is his last year. He says he's not gonna renew his contract. Also, Salah is on the Ballon d'Or run, so you know he knows that this is his last year with the club. So I'm pretty sure he wants to leave on a good note, man. With some silverware, with some motherfucking gold up to his neck. You feel me? As a team, they are better. They have the better names. They have the better squad. I don't know about the better coach, because Luis Enrique won a treble. So yeah, I don't know about the better coach, but they will take care of those farmers from the French league, I believe so, man. Salah, they got Luis Diaz, they got fucking Sloboslai. That motherfucker's name is so fucking cool. Like, what the fuck? And then they got Nunez, they got Van Dijk, they got an insane squad, man. So I believe they will take care of those farmers from the French league, man. They're going to stop that Dembele Romario run that he's in right now. I put Liverpool right there, man. And they're going to go through. And they're going to go through. And it's going to be a beautiful match. It's going to be back and forth. These teams don't sit and park the bus like Atletico Madrid. Arsenal don't park the bus. All of these games look very, very competitive, man. I like these fixtures. Obviously the left side is gonna be harder than the right side, I believe. But hey, to a point, this new league phase was very interesting because it exposed a lot of teams. Real Madrid, you know that when there's more competition, these motherfuckers are gonna fold. So I like that side of it, and then at the end, and then this one side is like, I don't know. Hey, I like it, man. I like it. It exposed a lot of teams, man, and it gave chance to other teams. But anyways, on the other match, we got Club Brugge, whatever the fuck, going against Aston Villa. Club Brugge just went to war with Atalanta. I'm surprised they beat them. I was like, what the fuck? And they crushed them in Italy. They beat them in their home stadium and in Italy. But that team always been slept on, man. I don't know. They got a great management for that team. They got a great scouting. There's a player that used to play for Barca that went there. He scored in Atalanta, scored a fucking banger on them. He's been on a heater. And they're from Belgium, I think, for sure. And then they always been the team that gives teams problems. And then they got Aston Villa. Aston Villa got a great coach. Who the fuck is their coach? Some Spanish motherfucker, I think. I forgot who their coach is, but they got they like top 5, top 4 in the Premier League. They give big teams in the Premier League trouble, man. So I think this gonna be a very 50-50, not like 60 for Aston Villa, because they play better teams and they do have some good names in their squad. But it might be 50-50, bro. I don't know, but I'm just gonna go with the team that's in the harder league. Club Brugge beat Atalanta, but they have terrible. The Atalanta don't defend for shit. Like, if they're gonna beat you if they score more goals than you, and they're always gonna get scored on. So nothing too crazy about this game. I'm gonna go with Aston Villa to go through, man. They're like top 5 in the Premier League, so that's enough, bro. That means that they're competing. I think they beat Liverpool too in one of these matches in Man City. So like they get to that point when they can go 1-1 with you, man. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, these are my predictions for the left side of the bracket in the Champions League round of 16, road to Munich. Arsenal will play against Real Madrid in the quarterfinals. And Liverpool, we will have a Premier League matchup. Two rivals in their own respective leagues. Liverpool will go against Aston Villa in the quarterfinals for a ticket to reach the semifinals. Let me know what we're thinking, man. I'm gonna get right to the right side of the bracket. Some say this is the easier side of the bracket, but it's the Champions League, man. Ain't shit easy in this tournament. Let me know what you think in the comments. Like this video, subscribe if you haven't yet. Let's move on. Let's continue. Time to play the game! Check that shit Yo! I gotta Ladies and gentlemen, in the first match on the right side of the round of 16 bracket, if you follow me on Instagram, I posted yesterday that I wanted Benfica. And people were like, yo, why you trying to duck smoke? Why you trying to duck PSG? Ain't nobody ducking no smoke, man. Obviously, motherfuckers want an easier path to the final. The fuck? What kind of dumb shit? You motherfuckers are dumb as hell. Oh yeah, let me go play a team that I think is harder. Like, the fuck? We still gonna beat them if we play PSG. That ain't shit, but I'm just, the fuck? Motherfuckers don't be thinking, bro. Like, what? Anyways, man. Benfica just went to war with Monaco. It was a pretty good series. Benfica beat them in France, I'm pretty sure. And then they tied in 3-3 in France in Portugal. I don't know, man. These motherfuckers got no defense. Zero defense. Barca scored 5 on them in Portugal after being down 3-1. And Barca made a lot of fucking errors. Barcelona made a lot of mistakes that game that easily gave them the advantage and could have gave them the game away. But Barcelona is a way better team, so Barca came back and whooped their ass in one of the craziest Champions League comebacks. Barcelona has a full squad healthy. That game, I think Araujo had just came back and he was starting, and they beat us in the offside trap a lot of times because Araujo wasn't aware of how the fuck that we were playing. He wasn't used to the way that Barcelona was playing with the new coach. He hadn't played with the new coach yet. But Barcelona will look at the tape and they will correct their errors. Benfica has to beat us in Portugal for them to go through, and that's a fact. I think it's going to be a fun match. These teams, well, Barca's defense is pretty decent, but Benfica don't be defending for shit. But that can be a downfall for them because we're going to get them on that counter-attack and los vamos a vacunar si no defienden, ¿me entiendes? Entonces, like I was saying, it's going to be a fun match. But the best team will come out on top, and that is Football Club Barcelona. The first place in La Liga. The contender for the treble this season. The second place in the Champions League phase. The team that just cut a 10-point deficit and just took over first place in La Liga and took our motherfucking chain back. And now I'm talking, man. We do have a series coming up with Atletico Madrid in the Copa del Rey, which is gonna be pretty rough. Atletico Madrid is always a rough opponent, man. Nothing easy with them boys over there. But Benfica is a way easier squad than them. Benfica don't got no fucking defense. You could put me on defense, and it'll be the same shit. You could put a blind motherfucker with no arms or legs in Benfica's defense, and it would be the same shit. It wouldn't matter. But anyways, man, treble season is still loading and will continue loading. Barcelona will win this tie easily. Easy. And Barcelona will go through. Barcelona will go through to the quarterfinals. Easy. I'm talking about zero sweat. Not a goddamn drop of sweat in our body. In the next match, we got Dortmund against Lille. Dortmund just went to war with Sporting. And they destroyed them in Portugal 3-0, and then they parked the bus in Germany, and that game was fucking 0-0. I mean, ain't shit else they gotta do. Just fucking defend and knock the ball around, burn some time. But Barca, the interesting thing about this, that Barca's gonna go through, right? And then Dortmund, Barca played both Dortmund and Lille in the league phase. We beat Dortmund in Germany, and we lost to Lille in France because Barca had a red card since the 10th minute. Barca tried to come back on that game, but it was just not enough. It was at the beginning of the season. I think it was our first match in the Champions League as well, or our second. It was our first match, I think. And Lille beat us in the fucking in the fucking friendly that we had at the beginning of the year, the game that we played in Spain, that we invited team to come through. So these motherfuckers got some smoke for Barca. But anyways, man, like I was saying, Dortmund has a great attack. They just have no fucking defense. These motherfuckers got no defense. Yo, that's their problem. Like, they're gonna beat you if they score more goals, but they're always gonna let some score on. They always gonna let people score on them. You feel me? They have issues in the back. Pause. And then shout out to Lille, bro, because they didn't have an easy run in the Champions League phase to say that they made it top 8. They beat both Barcelona and Madrid. They competed, bro. It's not like there's some bums. Like, they had easy ass matches. You feel me? Like Man City, when they went to the knockout stage, they made it to the knockout stage, but they beat like 3 terrible ass teams. They beat like some motherfuckers from the mountains in Europe and shit. So, you know, Lille also has a great striker in Jonathan David, the Canadian. That boy is the truth, man. And Barcelona was looking at him, but I don't think he got enough to play for the biggest club in the world, man. But yeah, Barca, like I was saying, this will be a very interesting series. Cause Dortmund got no defense, Lille know how to attack, and Lille can defend. But I mean, Dortmund just went to Portugal and beat Sporting 3-0 at their own stadium. You know, so they can do it. And they got that home advantage that first game. Going to England, playing against Dortmund is hell, bro. They got one of the craziest stadiums in the world, where playing away there is not it. Like, those fans, that atmosphere will gets into a player's head. And I don't know if Lille players got enough. They're probably gonna go and try to go over there to Germany, get a little tie, and then bring it to France, and then beat them there at their own stadium. But man, I got Dortmund, bro. If Dortmund figured out how to somehow miraculously defend, they will go through. Si no le pasan los goles, como que es coladero estos majes. But like, Lille don't got, like, they can score, but they only got that striker, and they don't really got options going forward. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's not like they got huge names, like, can do some trouble for Dortmund, bro. So, you know, like I said, man, I mean, Dortmund went to the final against Madrid last year in the Champions League, and they got almost the same squad that made it to the final. So they do have the experience in these two-way matches, you feel me? So I wouldn't, but I think Dortmund is gonna go through, but I would not count Lille out. I think they're a sleeper. Like I said, they competed in the group stage, so I wouldn't be surprised if Lille somehow goes through. But I got Dortmund just from experience, and they got better talent up top. And like I said, just how I wouldn't be surprised if Atletico knocks out Madrid. Predicting these matches for the Champions League is way harder because it's 2 matches. Like I'm telling you, this it's way harder to predict Champions League. In the next fixture, we got Bayern Derby, the Bayern Classic, Bayern Munich against Bayern Leverkusen, man. These teams just played in their respective leagues, and they tied 0-0. I think they played in Bayern Munich home stadium. Bayern's defense is fucking garbage. And I don't know how they have good players playing defense. It's not like they got some randoms. They got good names. They got that Chinese motherfucker. They got Davis. They got Upamecano. He's nice as fuck. Like, you feel me? It's not like they got some bums. And their coach used to play defense. One of the greatest defenders of all times in fucking company. You feel me? So I don't know how he's not implementing good defense on this team. They always get scored on, bro. Fucking Celtic almost beat them. They went to war with Celtic in the knockout stages to make it through this round of 16. They beat Celtic 2-1 in... Where the fuck is Celtic from? I don't even know where the motherfuckers is from. They're from Scotland, I think. or I don't fucking know where they're from. They're from some weird mountain in Europe. And then Celtic beat them 1-0. Well, they were beating them 1-0 and they were getting ready to go to overtime. And then Alphonso Davies scored the winning goal. Well, the tying goal in that match. But in aggregate and combined goals, Bayern went through because they had one more goal between the two games combined. So these motherfuckers just went to war with Celtic, bro. Like, you feel me? It's fucking Celtic. Name 3 players from Celtic right now. I'll give you $5,000. I know they had some Honduran motherfucker balling out there. But anyways, man. Bayern is currently first place in the German league and Leverkusen is second. Bayern has a great fucking attack. They got one of the best strikers in the last decade in Harry Kane. Even though that motherfucker is fucking cursed. Leverkusen still got almost the same team from last year's Champions League. I mean, not Champions League, title run. They won the title. They were undefeated like the whole season or some shit. Crazy out-of-body experience. That shit will never happen again in their motherfucking life. They have a very solid squad that understands each role that they need to play. I think this game is 50-50. I think this game is 50-50 because Leverkusen, every time they play Bayern, they always give them hell, bro. They have knocked them out of the competition in the local league, in the German Cup. They've knocked them out there before. They have beaten them in the league. I think this game is going to be 50-50 because Leverkusen got some gems going forward. They got Wirtz. They got some good strikers that I can't fucking name, but they're fucking good. They got a good midfield. They got a decent defense. But it's about chemistry and about the tactics. And Xabi Alonso is a great coach. I think he's going to be Madrid's next coach. So, yeah, man, this game is going to be 50-50. I don't think Bayern is going to figure out that defense, but they are going to have to kill them on the attack. I want to pick Leverkusen, but just because the final is going to be in Bayern Stadium, I'm going to give them the upper hand. Like I said, this is 50-50, but just from the names of the players that Bayern got, I think they're going to make it happen. And you need big name players for these type of moments to help your team go forward. You know, a moment of magic can help your team push through and make it to the next round. Harry Kane is fucking cursed, but I don't think that's going to matter in this fixture just yet. I don't think Bayern is going to win the Champions League at all, but I think they got enough just to beat Leverkusen right now. And then for the last fixture, man, we got Feyenoord against Inter. Feyenoord just knocked out Milan. That shit was crazy, bro. And Milan signed Joao Felix, and they signed Feyenoord striker Jimenez, the Mexican dude. He's a fucking insane striker. He was on a heater right before Milan signed him from Feyenoord, and he said he wanted to go play for Milan so he could have more European play. And then his old team comes and knocked him out of the motherfucking Champions League. That shit's poetry. That's just hilarious to me. Shout out to Feyenoord. I don't know who the fuck plays in their motherfucking team. They knocked out Milan. Did they beat them in Italy? No, I think they tied. I'm not fucking sure. I don't give a fuck. But they beat Milan, and now they're going against another Italian team. But Inter is fighting for first in the Italian team, and they did win the Italian league last year. Anyways, my point is they have a very more solid team. They have one of the best strikers in the world with Lautaro Martinez. They have a great midfield. They know how to defend. They know how to attack. And not fucking yapping. Inter's gonna go through, man. God damn it. Motherfucker trying to analyze Inter ass whooping that they're about to give to Feyenoord. Man, shut the fuck. But yeah, man. Ladies and gentlemen, Arsenal will play Madrid in the quarterfinal. Liverpool will play their neighbors Aston Villa in the quarterfinal. Barcelona will have a rematch with Dortmund from the league phase in the quarterfinal. And then we have a great match in Bayern and Inter in the quarterfinal as well. These are some beautiful matches going forward. My super 100% predictions is Barca, Arsenal, Liverpool, and Inter 100% going through. Bulletproof. 70% going through Madrid, Villa, and Dortmund. Because like I said, Lille can beat Dortmund. And 50-50 is that Bayern game. So anyways, man, I hope I got the best predictions, the correct predictions for y'all. If y'all want to put that in a parlay, just know that this is a two-way match. It's going to be two matches. You have to pick the team to qualify, not to win the first match or the second match, to qualify. Because they could tie one game, then they can beat the other game. You know, they could lose one game and they could come back the other game. That's the Champions League, baby. It's the beautiful game. This is the motherfucking Champions League, man. You know what time it is. It's your boy Versace in the building. If you don't believe me, if you don't believe my credibility, go look at my World Cup predictions and my Euro predictions for the knockout games. I got every single match game up to the motherfucking final. I made people thousands of dollars for the free ski because I love the game and I love to watch the game. I'm out of here, man. Like this video if you're fucking with your boy. Subscribe to the motherfucking channel. I'm going to come back here with the Champions League quarterfinal predictions once the matches are set and finished. Let's have a beautiful round of 16, man. Treble loading. Barcelona treble loading. The beautiful game. This is the beautiful game, baby. Se viene la sexta.